right, guys, this week I have the deal of the century. It's in Fate, Texas, right next to Rockwall ISD, and you're not gonna believe the prices that I have for you to be in Rockwall ISD. You're gonna love this. Let's check it out. Hey, it's Scott Baxter. Welcome back to my channel, Relocating to Dallas, where I find you the best deals in DFW. Now, this week, I have a really cool neighborhood. Now, you want to get into Rockwall ISD, and you want to get in at a very reasonable price. That's what everybody's looking for. Hey, I have kids. I'm looking to get into a nice neighborhood, into an A-rated school district. Scott, can you help me? Of course I can. Right now, I have a client that just bought the first house in the series of David Weekley being here. Now, Shattuck Homes is here. Shattuck Homes was here. David Weekley bought all their lots. I don't know why Shattuck Homes is not here. Apparently, they weren't selling. Shattuck Homes is here, was here. They have a bunch of houses here. Grand Homes is here. I mean, look at the builds just right next door. They're beautiful. The builders here, Shattuck and Grand Homes are in Parker, Texas. Parker, Texas builds like 8,000 square foot houses in the multi-million dollars. And these are the builders that are doing it. And they are in this neighborhood. So not only you're gonna get more space in this neighborhood, it has 2 little ponds, it has a full amenity center. It's split between Rockwall ISD and Royce City ISD. Now, what's the difference between those? Rockwall ISD is, A-rated school. Royce City is about B-rated. So, I mean, it's real close. It probably doesn't really matter that much, but I know a lot of people always come to me and say, Scott, get me into Rockwall ISD. I only have $500,000 to spend. I'm like, okay, all right, here we go. But anyways, these guys have the Classic Series, which are gonna start in the 480s. And then they have the Garden Series, which is gonna be a little bit smaller on the 40-foot lots. And those start in the 360s. So I can get you in Rockwall ISD, if you want, in the 360s. Can you believe that? Usually, if you're gonna be in like the 360s, you're gonna be going out to Royce City into maybe Creekshaw or something, and you're gonna be surrounded by other builders that are less than stellar builders. Plus, they're gonna have higher tax rate out there, over 2%. This is 1.57% over here. And then if you go up to Elevon, you're surrounded by a bunch of builders that are, some are less than stellar. If you wanna go on Levon, that's north of Rockwall, the tax rate's gonna be higher too, and you're gonna get surrounded by less than stellar builders. I'm telling you, you're surrounded by really good builders here. You're in an A-rated school district, and the houses start in the 360s. Dude, I'm telling you, you need to get a hold of me now, and you need to come in over here, because this is the introductory pricing. And I already have my client building the first one here. You need to get a hold of me now and start this process. 6-month build time, it's about 10 grand down. You will enjoy your life. Fate, Texas is awesome. I'm not gonna steer you wrong, that's why I'm doing this video. Let's go in and check out David Weekley. I know you wanna see inside. Great builder, 2x6 construction, awesome stuff going on. Let's go inside, check it out. All right, I just wanna show you who's next door. That's Grand Homes right over there. I believe that's a Shattuck home, and like I said, they are gone now, but there's a few Shattuck homes in here. And if you see some of the builds, I mean, that's a beautiful build right there. David Weekley, also a very good build. Of course, that's why we're here. If you look around, I mean, look at this house. Look at the back of that. That's a grand, I think. But there's some like seriously big lots here in Edgewater. And it's in Fate, Texas. Fate, Texas has some of the best barbecues. Smoketown, it's in a trailer, downtown. Super cute neighborhoods, super cute downtown area in Fate, Texas. And if you haven't been to Fate, Texas, one of my favorite places to hang out. I love Fate, Texas. I mean, I live in Rockwall. I love Rockwall. But if you want just something else, something a little bit different, just as good as Rockwall, Fate, Texas. So this is gonna be the Classic Series. So let's get into what this one is. Now we are inside this David Weekley home. This one's called the Constellation. Now this is 2,970 square feet, 5-bed, 4-bath, 2-car garage, and starting at $482,000 for a 5-bedroom house in Rockwall ISD. All right, here we go. So let's check this out. Here's the kitchen. 4-burner gas stove. Nice island here. As soon as you come in the door, you're gonna have your dining room and then a cozy living room right here. There's the stairs to go upstairs. Let's look back here. Nice little closet there. More storage space. Liking it. And here is your laundry room with a little window, shelf, 2 shelves. All right, let's go over to here. Now this looks like either an office space or has a desk here. I mean, I think it's an office space or a hangout area. If you're working from home, I would say this would make a perfect office, and it has a nice little front porch there. It's covered, and you're gonna be able to like relax in front of your house. Let's go over to this room right here. Here's a bathroom with a shower. Now look at the finish outs. I mean, these are nice finish outs for this price range. You're getting a lot for, I've seen thousands of houses. I'm telling you, what you get here on the finish out is a lot more than what you would get in this price range. Holy shamoly. What the heck? Need some storage space? We got some storage space. I'm liking it. All right, here we go. So on this house, get my bearings here. There we go, a little mud room. Oh, usually there's a garage on a mud room, not on this one. So here is your primary bedroom. This is your primary bedroom. And on these series, you're gonna have your garages in the back. But I gotta say, it's not like the sketchy alleyways that you might find in New York or anything like that. The alleyways here are really nice, and it's not a negative thing at all. Look at that shower. You know, this house just keeps on giving. I'm liking the shower. I'm liking this whole dual vanity setup, and it looks like we have a pretty substantial sized closet. We're gonna hang out in the bathroom here. Look at the shower. It's a big shower. I'm digging it. Let's look at your la toilette room. Nice painting. Cabinets. And a closet. I mean, what do you think, guys? Not bad so far, huh? Now, this is a room, and apparently this, I need to double check because I saw it on the paper that this is an upgrade that you can do in an enclosed room, but I just heard it isn't, so I need to double check that. And here's the garage area back here, which will be your 2-car garage. This will be turned back into a garage when it's ready. Otherwise, this would be just a, you know, it's gonna be just open out to your backyard. All right, checking out the yard. Here's your yard. Not too much to take care of. Your own little space, fence, and then we'll look in the back here. We'll show you what these areas look like. Here's your little from behind the houses. Cool beans. I'm liking it. See, it's nice little areas. Let's head upstairs and check this out. All right, here is your playroom, flex room upstairs. And you know what I feel up here on the 2nd floor? Nothing. And that means it's very well built. When there's no creaking of the floors and I'm walking on it, then you know it's built well. Because I'm like a big truck. Here's the bedrooms upstairs. This is bedroom 1 upstairs. It's gonna have a Jack and Jill bathroom. Bedroom 2, plenty of light going on. Yeah, I'm digging that bathroom too. Haven't felt a creak on the floor yet. All right. I'll give you a peek in the closet. Pretty standard closet there. So there's 1, 2 bedrooms, okay? And that is your flex room. Now let's head over here. Bathroom. And the 3rd bedroom upstairs. This is a gorgeous neighborhood, guys. Look at this, you have a pond here, you have a pond way down there with the same thing, 2 big ponds, and then you got these giant homes all around you. Look at these grand homes. Those things are huge. And look at this whole row of homes here. Giant homes, beautiful homes. That's what you want to be surrounded by. If you're in the $350 price range or $500 for a 5-bedroom house and you're in Rockwall ISD, what do you want your surroundings to look like? You want it to look like this. And I gotta say, Fate Texas is, I've already said it. I don't need to sell it. Fate Texas sells itself. I'm just saying, from hanging out there myself on weekend nights and stuff, there's some really fun things to do in Fate Texas. Let's go and show you the pool, the amenity center, kiddie pool, larger pool, shade, barbecues, bathrooms. You got it all. You got a place to hang out in those hot summer Texas days. And they're gonna set up the tables there. You have your fireplace if you want. Just has everything you need. All right, just drove around, saw a bunch of neighbors talking to each other, laughing. Hey, we have a doggy poopy pickup. We have those around the neighborhood. We have these walking trails. You know, everybody's just having a good time talking with each other here, which is a good thing. That means the neighbors talk. When you move to Texas, you usually find out who your neighbors are within the first week. You know, and just it forces you to be, you know, if you're a recluse, you're gonna have to work on it. People just talk to you in the grocery store like, hey, it's a lot different from the West or East Coast, I gotta tell you. So just remember, when you're coming to Texas, it's gonna force you to be social, and it's in a good way, right? It's good to be social with people, good to talk to people, especially in this day and age with everything just so divided. Everybody's not really divided here. Everybody's just, hey, what's up? So I like it. Here is a playground. And I just saw this and I wanted to make sure that you guys knew about it. I mean, taking your kids to this playground, this is solid. And look at these houses. Man, these are a lot of grand homes out here, which are nice builds too. I have another video that's about grand homes in this neighborhood, and tell you what, I'll point to it at the very end, and I'll let you know. You can watch that one too for grand homes, because there's still a lot of lots for grand too. Bigger price point though. I don't even know where I'm going here, but we're just walking. What are we walking? Walking through a little trail and a bridge. I'm digging it. I'm going away from my car. Hey, there's a trail. What do you know? I'm not gonna walk the whole trail because it's kind of raining out right now. Got a storm coming in tonight. Trying to get this filmed before it all rolls in, but there's trail. I mean, this neighborhood really has it all. So I suggest you contact me, 945-244-0342, or hello@DallasRelocationTeam.com. Let me represent you in the process. You know, last week I put out a video. People went in and they said, hey, I saw Scott's video. And if you do that, just make sure you give me some props and let me represent you during the process. And builder pays my commission. I'm free to you, and believe me, you want me on your side, because it's a lot easier with me, and it's fun to hang out, right? Get to know me, I get to know you. Can help you on your journey of moving here, whether it's moving companies, or whatever you need. But hopefully my videos give you some good decision-making ideas about where you might want to live. And where you might want to live is Fate, Texas, in this neighborhood. I'm telling you, there's no downside to this neighborhood. HOA, I'll have to get back with you on that, but I don't think it's over $1,000 a year. Not too much. Tax rate's cheap. So, starting to rain. I'm gonna go into the studio and I'm gonna show you exactly what you can build here with David Weekley Homes. Stay tuned, here we go. Okay, here we are in the studio where it's not raining, although we do have some storms coming through again. You know, springtime, anywhere from March to May, is our rainy season here in Texas. And it can get a little squirrely in the Dallas area a little bit. Not like Kansas, you know, not like Kansas, but it can get a little winds and hail and stuff like that. On this side, on the east side, when it hits the lake, for some reason the lakes, you know, usually when stuff hits water, it gets going, like the hurricanes and stuff. When a storm hits the lakes, it kind of does the opposite effect in the city, which is odd, but it does, and it just kind of goes and then kind of ramps up as it gets along further east. So a lot of times that lake will dissipate the storm a little bit. So that's nice. That's nice. Anyways, Edgewater is where we're going to be looking at today on these houses. Now, Montera is also in Fate, Texas. That's a north side of Fate. And that starts at almost $100,000 more. In some instances, more than $100,000 more. Same with Grand Homes. So if you want the best deal in Fate, you want to go with this. Okay, Edgewater Garden Series. This is going to be the lowest entry price into it. From the 300s. Can you believe it? From the 300s. That's why I say you just got to jump on this stuff. And is it going to be from the low 300, you know, 361, 990? Is it going to be like that for a long time? No, these are the introductory prices because they want to sell a couple of homes. My client has the first home. As far as I know, it's been a couple weeks. They might have gotten another one. I'm not too sure. But, you know, you want to be in the top 5 homes probably for the best deal. And so that's why I want you to call me ASAP, 945-244-0342, or hello@dallasrelocationteam.com. And then we get you going. Okay, let's go into this. The Flint Wood. So this is on a 40-foot lot. It's a 30-foot wide house. This is a 1-story. And you can see here, this is going to be, it looks like the dining room there. Kitchen, really cozy kitchen, small little island. And then this is just your basic setup of a house. Okay. And they had, when my client did it, they had some incentives and they didn't want the carpet in all the spots. So the incentives paid for the wood floor. And there's also some other incentives that changes monthly, but right now the incentives are pretty good. Pretty good. They want to do some deals to get this going. This is not the exact backyard. Backyards change. Although I did see some really cool lots. There's plenty to choose from. They have 25 lots, plenty to choose from. And the lot actually was its own lot. And then next to it was this giant green space. So you didn't have anybody on that side of your house. And on the other side of that is more houses. So I would come and pick out that lot as soon as you can. 361, 990, 1740 square feet, 1 story, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage. Okay. Here's how it is. Owner's retreat is in front by the entry, the study. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Right over here. And so if dining, family room, covered porch, 2-car garage in the back, has the, you know, it has the rear entrance. And like I said, the rear entrance over here, not a scary thing at all. It's just how these better priced houses and the lower prices, that's just how they are made. 365, 990 is the Peterson. 1847 to 1849 square feet. Oh, 2 more square feet. I guess they are being as detailed as possible. These are all the elevations you can choose. Now, this kitchen looks a little bit more open to everything. And like I said, you can get rid of that carpet and put in... Oh, there's carpet. Carpet's usually in the primary bedroom. This is the primary bedroom. Big shower there. Did you see that? Pretty big shower. That's what the side of your house looks like. There's your yard. And there's your garage. Okay. 365, 990. That's 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage. The Matthew is also a 3 bedroom. 392, 990. This one's pretty cool. I think you'll like this one. This is a 2-story, 3 bedroom house. So it's almost 2,100 square feet, just right around there. 392, 990. So you're getting a 2,100 square foot house with 3 bedroom and 2 stories, which really opens up the living room on this one. And I do like the dark roof with the dark trim, the bricks with the stones. It looks really good. I like this house a lot. There's some more instances that you can do on the front, but take a look at this house. So there's your living room, or actually this is your dining room. There's your kitchen. You can already see up there on the right. Up there on the right. Look at that. Now you got a lot of space, right? This one's called the Matthew. So, I mean, this is a great 3-bedroom house right here. If you want that extra space, you want more open ceilings, you want that whole thing, the Matthew. This is the primary bedroom, primary bathroom. And it does have a primary closet right there on the right. Here's upstairs, a little flex room there. And I believe there's the backyard, the covered porch. Beautiful house. I mean, unassuming from the front and absolutely beautiful. 2 stories, 3 bedrooms. Now let's check out the first floor here. Owner's retreats on the first floor. 2-car garages way in the back. Family, dining, kitchen. So here's the layout. Then you go on the second floor. Bedroom 2, bedroom 3, retreat. And this is open. I wonder if this is a retreat and this is open. Okay. Looks like there's 2 different spaces up there. We didn't actually get to see those through the pictures. But I would really do a lot of, I mean, if you got a little bit more, if you have about $400 to spend, I bet we could get this thing built for $400. What they do is they have different color schemes you can choose from. They have like 6 different color schemes, right? And you pick from the color schemes anywhere from, and they're all kind of bundled, right? So you'd be like, this is the kind of color design I want for my house. So they make it really easy. You just pick a color scheme. And then another one is like your door handles, what colors those are, and your sink handles and stuff like that. And your cabinets and stuff. So there's some things you have to pick, but they make it really easy. 10 grand down. 6 months build time. Easy. Okay, we got 6 of these, and then we got 6 of the classic series. Let's go to the Orman. Orman is also a 2-story, 3-bedroom, 2 bath, 1 half bath, 2-car garage. Rear entry. And this looks like, here's all the different ways you can fix it up front. This looks like a model home somewhere. Nice finish out on the model home. And that actually has some vaulted ceilings in the living room area. So this is good. And the stairs. Yes, I do like it. There's your yard. All right. That's the Orman. $400,990. Trayburn. Now these are interesting because I haven't seen the primary bedrooms upstairs in a long time. That's the way the old school. I've actually had somebody request it once, and these next two are going to have the primary bedrooms upstairs. Then we get to the classics on the 2 stories. They're going to have the primary downstairs. So anyways, this is the tray burn. As you see, no vaulted ceilings downstairs because there are rooms above it upstairs. There's a small room up there, bedroom, bathroom. Another, looks like okay, that's the primary bedroom upstairs right there. Primary bathroom. So I guess if you have kids and you want to be upstairs with them, maybe this could be the house for you. So if you look on the first floor, study, entry, family, dining, 2-car garage. Second floor, primary bedroom right here. Bedroom, all the little bedroom, 2 bedrooms right here. So you could have your kids right next to you. You know, for the beginning family, might be a thing, right? That was a tray burn, $417,990 to Scottsburg. Hey, that's my name, Scott. All right, here we go. Got some roof or room above your head. And this is primary bedroom. Bathroom. Little flex room upstairs. Outside. Let's take a look at this. That's $419,990. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2-car garage. Let's look on the first floor. You're going to see bedroom 2 is going to be downstairs. So it could be like a mother-in-law suite downstairs with its own bath. Okay. And then on the second floor is going to be the owner's retreat back here with the owner's bath. And then 2 other bedrooms up here. Let's take a look. Yep. So is this a 3-bed? It says 4 bedrooms. I'm just trying to find the 4th bedroom. Okay, bedroom 2, study, kitchen, bath 2, family, dining, 2-car garage. Did I miss something? Bedroom 3, bedroom 4. Owner's retreat is the bedroom. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Those are the 6 on the garden series. Okay. Fate. Let's go to the classic series. Now, this is the model home that we went through. Constellation. There's the pool in Edgewater. You saw a little bit of that. Here's the aerial view. We saw a little bit of that. And it has a great amenity center. It had that walking trail that I showed you. And that's what this front sign looks like. And the store is right next to this. Brookshire's, Fresh by Brookshire's is right here. Beautiful, beautiful grocery store. And there's little restaurants and little bars and stuff all around. And churches, of course. In Texas, there's always churches everywhere. We have 6 here, all right? Let's go through these 6. The Antoinette starts at $418,990, about 20-50 square feet. 1 story, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage. Now you're going to notice something here on this. You're going to notice that on the classic series, the build out's going to be a little bit higher end. Although this looks like a rendering. That's Antoinette, 418. The Beaumont, starting at 420, 2,053 square feet. 3 to 4 bedrooms, 1 story, 2 baths, 2-car garage. looks like office is off to the left, and then this is when you walk in the front door. You have that full view of going all the way back to your living room, which is nice. There's your office. There's kitchen. Lots of storage cabinets, a lot more storage cabinets in this one. You can sign it almost a waterfall island, not quite, but we do have a really nice island there with higher, maybe quartz countertops on that one. And there you go. And then there's the whole thing all together. So open concept there. And there's a bedroom. Looks like a primary bedroom, maybe. Another sitting room. 420. So if we look, let's look at the map. So you're gonna have a study, bedroom 2, a retreat. Okay, that was that extra little room. So bedroom 2 and bedroom 3 have their own little space right here, and then they have the owner's retreat, owner's bath, family dining. So there's 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. This is a okay. One story. There you go. You could have 2 kids and be in this family home with 2,000 square feet. And this one is $420. The Bon Air, $451, $990. Take a look. Oh. There you go. See, plenty of room, open concept there. Nice finish outs. That's what David Weekley does. They really can build a nice home. You don't feel like you're living in a really cheap, D.R. Horton home or something. By the way, I won't even let my clients buy a D.R. Horton home. You have to go somewhere else if you want that. I have my own standards. I'm sorry. 2 stories, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 half bath, 2 car garage. I actually put that in one of my videos, and I've had people call and be like, what was that? Which one didn't you like? Because I wouldn't really say, but I'll say it. D.R. Horton. No bueno. No people that work for him. No people that work for him now. And not a good build. Don't do it. All right, $468, $990. 2780, 2795 square feet. The Caleb. 2 stories, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 half bath, 2 car garage. And if you look here, owner's retreat is downstairs. Family dining study, 2 car garage. Upstairs, we have bedroom 2, 3, 4, and a retreat, all sharing 1 bathroom. Hey, Scott, I want more bathrooms. All right, well, give me more of a budget. And not in Rockwall ISD, right? It's tough. It's tough to get in. It's just like you want to be in the best spots ever. You want to be in the best, you want the A-rated school district. You want to be by the lake. You want to be in Rockwall. All the other homes are like $700,000, and you're like, I want to be there. Yet sometimes you have to give up something. And in this one, all the kids share a bath upstairs. Or it's just empty nesters. It's just people that come and see you. Maybe your office is upstairs. Maybe you have 2 offices. One's upstairs, and maybe they're just guest rooms. Might not matter. Might not have to be a family house. $468, $990. Man, you're doing good. Constellation is the one we saw in the beginning, and this is the one I went through the video. My video will show the real thing. This is just computer renderings. They're getting kind of realistic, aren't they? They're almost there. Yeah, Constellation. Almost 3,000 square feet. 5 bedrooms, 2 stories, 4 baths, 2 car garage. Let's look at the floor plan here. We have 2 car garage in the back. Owner's retreat, walk-in closet, owner's bath. Family, kitchen, utility closet, dining, study, bedroom 2. If you want mother-in-law suite down here, we got it. 3, 4, 5, And a little retreat up there. Big retreat. Bigger than the bedrooms. And then that is going to be $482,990. The biggest one they got, $485,990, almost 3,200 square feet. The Courtney, 2 stories, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2-car garage. And if we look here, owner's retreat downstairs, family room, owner's bath, walk-in closet, all on the left side here. There's a study on the right, bedroom 2. So we have another bedroom right here. And you're not going to be sharing a wall. It's in your walk-in closet, so you're all good with that. Kitchen, family, dining, 2-car garage. 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms, open, and a retreat. 2 baths with this one. Okay? So $485,990 with everything that's going on right now, all the incentives. I bet that you could get it for 5 or less. And most builders, you really have to add 10 to 15%. So that'd be another $50,000 to $75,000 to get it really dialed in when you're building. On these, at the beginning here in March 2026, I'm betting that we could build it for 5. But you'd have to get a hold of me fast. Okay? Let's wrap it up. Okay, that does it for this week, and that's David Weekley Homes. I would say contact me. This is a timely thing, and I don't say that a lot. I don't say that a lot on a lot of my videos. I only say it when it's a brand new neighborhood. Now, when there's a brand new neighborhood, the first 5 homes that they sell are going to be a really good deal. And if you miss that 5 homes, is it going to be terribly overpriced? I don't think so. If you see this video in a year and you're like, but if you're ready to move now or in 6 months, it takes 6 months to build and you got 10 grand, that's all it takes is 10 grand. And you've begun your journey on moving to Texas. Now, selling your house elsewhere, it is a slower market elsewhere. It's been a rough 2 years for used homes. We do have clients really trying to sell their homes in other states to move here. Now, the other states are taking anywhere from 3 to 6 months to sell their house. So if you're thinking about building, I suggest you don't wait. Get your house for sale now. This is beginning of March, middle of March almost. You need to have it ready to go probably by April. Mid-April tops, I would say, because that's when people really start coming out and start looking. And you want to be on those people's favorite list, wherever it is. If it's on Zillow, it's on MLS, it'll be on both probably. So I want you to go ahead and plan to sell your house ASAP, because it is going to take a while. So, Scott, what if I sell my house? And what if I can't find a place to live before here? And, what do we do? I can hook you up with moving companies that will store your stuff when you get down here. Can also hook you up with temporary places to stay. Now, if you call me up out of the blue and you're like, hey, Scott, send me a bunch of stuff and give me all your information, and you don't sign up with me, probably not going to give you all the information, because there's a lot of people right now for some reason calling and wanting information and then leaving. You never see them again after you give them the information. So what do I tell you to do? I tell you to sign up with me as your buyer's representative if you trust me, and a lot of people do. Sign up with me, and after I'm your buyer's representative in writing, then I give you all my secrets. Before then, I'm not going to give you all my secrets, because I've had so many people just leave and take it, and it gets very frustrating. And that's a thing that's going on right now. A lot of people are using realtors, even good ones with good intentions like me. I put a lot of work into this stuff, so don't ask for a bunch of stuff before we're signed up as me as your buyer's rep. But once I'm signed up as your buyer's rep, I'm all in. We're all in. We're ready to go. And I hope that explains a little bit about my process, because we are pretty busy here at Relocating to Dallas, and we want to make sure we got the right clients with the right attitude of actually moving, right? And if you just want here and there stuff, if you want to start the process and you're just not sure what to do, just don't work with multiple agents. I think that's it's kind of a no-no in our industry to work with multiple agents. That's just a little bit on my side of how I work. If you like that, great. If you don't, watch some of my other videos. Maybe you'll change your mind. Anyways, enough about that. I told you I would put my Grand Homes playlist after this, the Grand Home Builder. And the Grand Home is going to be, I think it's going to be on this side. And you can see what Grand Homes is like in this neighborhood. So, I'll see you next time, and check out that video.